Hey guys, it's Tinker Taylor here today, bringing you a fun little build. So, I found this built this image of a brutalist, um, building. I have no idea if it's a courthouse or what sort of building it is, but it's very cold and boxy and concretey, and it kind of gave me inspiration, just a wee little bit of inspiration for this build. So yeah, I kind of drew on some concepts of it, but I didn't keep it the same. So yeah, I had a lot of fun messing around with this sort of build. And yeah, I turn it into a courthouse and police station. So it's a fully functioning police station. The courthouse bit is kind of pointless, but it's fun. And that's what really matters. So yeah, I had a fun little courthouse, and yeah, it's fully functional. So um I did move one thing because you may not notice this, I don't know, but I put a in one of the jail cells, I put a chair in the way, like a bench seat in the way um of the door, and so I couldn't figure out why I couldn't like fingerprint these people, and I was getting very annoyed. Um, and yeah, it's because I'm a little bit silly and put something in front of the door. Um, and I fixed that up. I don't know if I've put this on the gallery yet, but I will definitely check as soon as this video is done and dusted, because, well, I need to get ahead in my build schedule. Because yeah, I'm moving, which, not stressful at all. But anyway, yes, this build will be up soon. Normally I don't like putting up my builds as soon as I do them. I'd normally like to put them up when the video goes up, but I think I'm just gonna start putting them up in advance, because otherwise I'm gonna forget. And it forces me to playtest them at the time of being built, and I can take my screenshots and whatnot. Like I used to. I used to do the build, take the screenshots. I never used to playtest, but when I started to playtest, I would. But yeah, I kind of had to play to get access to this slot. So if you don't know and you haven't played Sims really much before, I had to play as the character, like as one of the Sims. Is randomly generated one that I made when I had to re-download The Sims for the 16th time. I had a lot of issues a while back and ended up deleting and re-downloading it about 17 times. But yeah, the guy out the front of this building is just a randomly generated sim that I started playing with, gave him the policing career, and then decided, well, I went to work with him, joined him at work, and this is one of these secret lots, so you actually have to go to work with people to get here. And so I did, and now I'm here, and you've got to type in the cheat. I don't remember, I think it's enable free build. Um, and that lets you edit lots that usually aren't editable. Um, the only one I know for sure you can't edit no matter what cheat you try and use is the secret lab in Strangerville, because it's actually like relevant to the story. If you changed it at all, it'll, like, you can't play the story, so they just don't let you change it at all. Which is slightly annoying because it was a really good lot of land. It was a really good lot, and I really wanted to build on it. But yeah, that's how you build on the hospital here, or I think even the scientist career you can do it as well. I'm not too sure. I'm sure you could. I don't think it'd be too difficult. But yeah, that's how you get to edit lots that you can't really just access easily. Um, so yeah, it was kind of annoying having to play a little bit. I don't play. Um, I really don't play, which is not good if you wanna be a Sims person. And I mean, you can be a Sims person and not play. You can be a Sims person and not build. It's fine. But if you want like the full experience of the game, it's kind of better to use the game to its fullest ability. I don't do because I get about 5 minutes into playing and go, okay, what can we build though? So yeah, I know I've mentioned before in the past about maybe potentially doing, I was gonna say speed builds, that's what I do now. What's the where you actually play the game? That thing. Um um Let's plays. Yeah, I've thought about doing let's plays and I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how well I would do with a let's play. Also, I just remembered there is one wall that is unpainted, but that's fine. It's not that important, I don't think, to paint the wall. Whatever. I'll probably fix it before I upload it, but if I don't remember, there's your warning. There's probably an unpainted wall. I'm not gonna tell you which one. You have to find it. But anyway, yeah, was talking about doing let's plays and then yeah, just never did get into doing them. Also that's the jail cell. I put that thing in front of the door because I'm kind of stupid, but that's okay. I fix it. I don't know if I uploaded it before I fixed it, but I did. That's the chair. But no, I actually had quite a lot of fun doing this. I've recently been finding it difficult to do some things and more enjoyable to do other things when it comes to like building, but I'm having a right time. I have had this idea stuck in my head for the longest time, but it's been really difficult to actually do it because every time I try and do it, it doesn't come out the way I want it to. Or even like I haven't even started it. It's just been like I've been thinking about it and then I can't get it out of my head and into the game nicely. So, I just committed to some random idea and hope it will turn out fine. That's the build I'm going to be finishing today. I'm being kind of evasive about it because I don't want to spoil what it is. Yeah, that's be fun. Um, yeah, I actually got a comment on I think my last video about, or maybe the one before, I'm not too sure, about I should probably talk more about what I do in the build, like why I do it and what like the thought process behind it. It wasn't exactly that as a comment, but it was that sort of vibe of like, hey, like you do good builds, but like you ramble a bit, and I know I do, absolutely I do. So yeah, I will tell you. These, I think they're lumps of clay. I'm not too sure. Uh, to stop cars from being able to be driven into the building. I know this is The Sims and we don't have cars. I'm hoping yet. I'm hoping that is the truth of the situation because there there were car noises or traffic noises in the last stream done by The Sims. But as of now, there are no cars. Um, but in real life, a lot of the courts I've walked past have either been raised up so that they're on um, stairs, well, not on stairs, but like they've raised up, and you have to climb up all these stairs and whatever, and you can't exactly drive drive a car up the stairs because it's not wide enough for a car, or the angle isn't nice for a car. And then there's also like you can't just drive around the stairs because the way that they've done the ramp is like you can't drive through it. And it's designed to protect the courthouse. But other ones I've been past are just at the bottom of these buildings that are just like people with wheelchairs would not have an issue getting into these buildings because they're level with the ground. But they have these little, I think they're called bollards, out the front, to stop cars from being driven into them, in the event of like a breakout or a decision that they didn't agree with or whatever. Apparently people like to drive cars into courthouses. I don't recommend it. I don't approve of it. But yeah, that's why I've added them here. Is just a little real life moment, I guess. Sometimes I like to be real and add just things that you'd see in real life around the builds, because I think it, like, even though it doesn't make sense in The Sims, it kind of makes sense in the real world, in this world. And it's just fun to try and, like, to balance, okay, here's what Sims need versus here's what actually works in real life, or at least in my area of existing. I know not the whole world isn't the same. I'm sure that there are differences, or there definitely are differences amongst different countries and things like that. But like I would think that quite a few countries around the world would have physical barriers to protect their courthouses, because it's not just a like a if I knew how to speak, this would be fantastic, but today is not the day for me. I'm sure many places have physical barriers to protect their courthouses because, well, people are pretty, I don't want to say universal, but sometimes people react the same way regardless of where you are. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of my thought process behind this. And then here is the little courthouse. So this is probably like, I don't know, like a small town, or a small town that decided we'll just invest into this really big building and we'll have just one big courthouse. And all the other places around are probably just like really small. It's the only big building around, maybe even the only building with air conditioning. But yeah, the it's done. It's been built, and this is where all the court cases happen, and yeah. It's kind of the same with like in the, I don't want to say the jail bit downstairs, but the jail bit downstairs where there's one with beds and then there's one with just chairs, so like, well, benches. So the benches would be for like, I guess you call it like the drunk tank, where you've had a bit too much to drink, you're being a bit rowdy, we're just gonna make you sit in here, sober up, and then you can go home, sort of thing. So that you're not making any bad decisions, but you're also not being imprisoned for being drunk. But then the other one would be like, okay, no, you're actually going to stay here for a little bit because you've done an actual crime, and we're going to take you up to the courthouse, and then you're going to get through the courthouse, and then once whatever happens, you will either be set free or you will go to a bigger jail, like a proper jail, not a prison, not a jail. Or a jail, not a prison? No. I don't know. One, not the other. I know there's a difference between the two. I should know. but I don't remember. I think this would be classified as a jail, whereas a prison is the place where you've been deemed guilty and you have to spend your time there. That I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Probably wrong, but that's just from memory what it is. But anyway, yeah, that's kind of my thought process behind this. And then, I even put like a little desk in the little jail area so that people can, like, there'd always be like a cop on duty just sitting there watching them eating donuts or something like that. Just something you'd see in like the TV shows like that, where they're just sitting there and doing absolutely nothing. And then yeah, up here. No, I don't know where I'm going. Okay, I'm not upstairs anymore. Cool. Downstairs, and this is the, I don't want to call it like grief room, but this particular one is a child interview room. Because, well, you can't just interview children in a scary room. You actually have to interview children quite differently to how you interview adults, because that's just how it works. And yeah, so this is kind of a room for the kids to feel safe, and you can kind of take care of them in here, and blah blah blah. I couldn't find the baby changing table, couldn't be bothered to look for it, so I kind of just made a pretend one. You can see me searching through it here, but I do not find it because I'm a little stupid and I don't know where things are. That's okay. I just make this instead. Yeah, so it's a little kids playroom, I guess, but it also can be an interview room, or like if there's a parent here who's being interviewed with children, the children can go to this room, and it's a nice quiet space for them so they don't have to deal with all what all the adults are dealing with. And then this room is kind of a really sad, I don't want to call it a grief room, but like, yeah, like something's bad happening, and maybe this is an interview room for like a victim or a waiting room. I don't know. It's whatever you want to use it for. But that's kind of the idea. When I played just before, these stairs didn't have, not railings. The railings, the things you hold as you go down. But I definitely did put them in because I just saw I'm putting them in. And then yes, so the upstairs here is a kitchen, and I do put a gym in and some bathrooms as well, just because, well, I know in the other, like the one that comes with Get to Work, the police station, it has a gym, so I thought I'd just chuck one back in because it's clearly something important. And yeah, it's pretty generic bathrooms as well. Didn't want to be too fancy or anything like that, but you can shower here. And yeah, the kitchen's pretty, I don't want to say decked out, but it's pretty big so that you can have some like space and time off. This is like a no work zone. It's just food and relaxation, because sometimes you do need a break from the job. You can't be dealing with things 24/7. Yeah, we've got the workout room, lots of mirrors. I don't like taking photos in rooms with lots of mirrors because they don't do the cool mirror effect thing that normal mirrors do, but I think it would probably break the game if that happened. Just constant repeating. But I kind of love it, so I think they should do it. And then, yeah, it's kind of just a little relaxation zone, and I do put some bunk beds in case people need to sleep. That's mainly for, like, I don't want to say gameplay, but also kind of real life. I wish everywhere had a little nap zone area. I would do fantastic if there was a nap zone area. I can do a 10-minute power nap and wake up and feel fantastic and be able to keep working. Sometimes that's all I need. I just need 10 minutes, eyes closed, lay down. That's it. I don't even have to sleep. Just eyes closed. That's all I need. And yeah, then I'm fine and dandy to keep going. But I think it also kind of promotes the idea of like, oh, well, if there's a bed here and they're relaxing, then we can work them even harder. And that's not what I want. I just want to sleep. Just 10-minute power nap, and I promise you I'll be back to doing really well. But yeah, the build is pretty much done now. I didn't put too many things into in too much details. I didn't have a lot of energy or motivation left, so I was just trying to fill it in a little bit, but not overdo it because then I'd have to playtest it, and I was really tired at the time of, like, at the point I was getting to now. So yeah, I was just trying to fill in some last little bits, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with the result. I think it's not too bad. I think we did good. I don't know, I said me. Soon it'll be we because I will be with my cat and I'm gonna make her watch me play. And by make her I mean she'll just be sitting in my lap purring. So in future recordings you may hear my cat, and I'm fully okay with that. I don't care if she is purring up a storm and you guys hear it, because that means I have her and I'm happy. So yeah. I love her. She's awesome and I cannot wait to see her. But anyway, it's kind of very off topic. I don't know what I can only think about my cat right now. Yeah, if you have pets and you feel the same way, definitely let me know down below. It doesn't have to be a cat. It could be a gerbil or a horse or a fish or a snake or whatever. A lobster. I don't care what the pet. If you have a pet and you feel the same way, definitely let me know down below. Because pets are just the best. And I love to hear about fun little stories people have with their pets and how much like they're good pets and they love them, and yeah. But anyway, jumping into the screenshots, probably not a good time to tell you about the A to Z challenge, but I'm gonna do it anyway. You've probably heard me blabbering on about it for a million years in a million videos. We're in the middle of the A to Z challenge. We are in week M. I know that for sure now. I am on track. I am on top of things. Voting forms are up to date. So yeah, long story short, it is a 26-week challenge. You do not have to take part in 26 weeks. You can do one, you can do none, you can do 5, doesn't matter. You can do as many or as little as you want, but each week is a different letter, and we're up to M now. You gotta do a build that starts with M, so last week was L. You could have done, we had a laundry, a laboratory, I don't remember anything else, but yeah. I do not vote because I am biased and I already know who I would vote for because they're amazing builders. So the voting is done by you guys. It's in a link tree on my Instagram. And yeah, if you want to get involved, definitely head over there and check out the rules. And I will be streaming the top 2 winners of each letter sometime in the future. So definitely keep an eye out for that sort of stuff because it's super exciting, but also for me super stressful because that's a very long video. But anyway, I will see you guys hopefully in the next video. Thank you for stopping by. Bye guys.